There we saw that King Kunti remember how many times Lord Krishna saved them, including her children. She was saved. Prabhupada was writing that, oh, Lord Krishna saved Devaki only once. But for Pandavas, he saved from calamities after calamities. So many tribulations they had gone through. Lord Krishna was always there with them. And when the last three sessions he was counting, oh, you saved us from poisonous cake, from the fire, then there were so many other things from the battle. Okay, then he saved the Draupadi, so many tribulations. Krishna saved her. And finally, Krishna saved the last descendant of the Pandavas. Who was that? Parikshit Maharaj. And that's why King Kunti says, is praying here. Vipadasam tu tasvat tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yadshat punarbhava darshanam. You should memorize this verse. Punarbhava darshanam. Okay. Then King Kunti is saying, I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. If you don't pray like this, okay? Otherwise, this will start giving you vipada again and again. So if you are not on that level, but yeah, we should understand the mood of Queen Kunti. She saying that, please give us all those calamities again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated birth and death. This is the power. Basically, what lesson we can learn from this thing is that whenever we are in difficulty, we should take shelter of Lord Krishna. Not only when we are in difficulty, 24/7 we should take a difficulty. We should remember Krishna. That is the purpose of life. That is what Queen Kunti is trying to say. She was not ordinary woman. She was a queen, Rajmata. So she is such a humble and she is saying that. So here Prabhupada write that material world is certified by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place full of calamities. Sorry, Dukhalayama Sasthutam. But less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. Many people try to adjust with all those things, but they don't know that this place itself is the full of calamities. They have no information of the abode of Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. Vaikuntha. Vai means no. And Kuntha means misery, where there is no misery, that is called Vaikuntha. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by the worldly calamities. Calamities will come. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna in the second chapter, 14th verse. Matra sparsastu konteya, siteshna sita dukkada. By the sense perception, by the touch perception, you can feel cold and heat. Matra sparsastu konteya, siteshna sita dukkada. In the same way, you will feel happiness and distress. But what you have to do? Agama paina nitya. So this happiness and distress, heat and winter, summer and winter, heat and cold, it come and go. Agama paino anityas. Agama paino. They will come and paino, they will go away. Anityas, they are temporary. Agama paino anityas, anityas. What you have to do in such a situation? Kam titik bharata. You should tolerate. This will happen. Okay. Suffering all sort of unavoidable misfortune, one should make progress in the spiritual realization because that is the mission of human life. So, suffering all sort of unavoidable misfortune. Unfortunately, suffering will come. You have to just tolerate that. One should make progress in the spiritual realization. That is the mission of human life. Spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so-called calamities are called false. Because these calamities we are suffering because we identify ourselves with the bodies. So, like body is like when you are in the dream, and when you are in the dream, or you are dreaming that tiger is hitting you, tiger is in front of you, and then you are so scared. But that fear is there till the time you are asleep. But as soon as your sleep is broken, there is no tiger and there is no fear. The same way, then this material world is like it's sleeping, ignorant, and you are sleeping there. You are identifying yourself with the body. When you are identifying with identify yourself with the body, whatever is in relation to your body, that also you identify with yourself. So whenever something happens to your body and the things which are connected to your body, you will feel pain. Okay. So that is the thing. So that's a true policy. A man may see a tiger swallowing him in a thing, and he may cry for this calamity. Actually, there is no tiger, there is no suffering. It is simply a case of drink. The same way, all calamities of life are said to be drink. Just because we identify with our body, we feel that. Someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it is all gain. Contact with the Lord by any one of the 9 devotional services is always forward step on the path and going back from that to God. This suffering will come. But what we have to do is to remember Lord Krishna. That's the point. Okay. We should take a shelter of Lord Krishna. That's the ultimate goal. Let's move ahead. Now this is another wonderful prayer where King Kunti says, Janma Aishwarya Stuti Sri Gir Ye Dhamana Madha Puman Nevar Hati Abhi Dhatumbe from Akinchana Gochara. The Janma Aishwarya Sruta Sribhir. Janma, the birth, Aishwarya, the opulence, Sruta, education, and Sribhir, the possession of beauty. What is the meaning of this thing? My Lord, she's praying. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. Those who are material, that's why when you read 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the, I think 88 or 89 chapter, where Krishna says, if I am really uh, graceful to someone, then first thing what he does is that he takes away uh, the money from him, Lakshmi from him. Okay. As soon as his money is taken away from him, what will happen next? That his relative will give him up. There will be no relatives who want to keep a connection with such a poor fellow. That's why he will doubly suffer. He will be in double suffering. पहले तो पैसा चला गया फिर लोग भी छोड़ दिए. In such a helpless condition, he has no one to take shelter except Lord Krishna. That way, Krishna is favorable. Blessed King is saying here that, my Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty cannot approach you with sincere feeling. So that's why this, high parentage. लोग बोलते हैं अरे मैं गांधी परिवार से हूँ या तो मैं पांडव के परिवार से हूँ. Now, this high parentage, they are just boosting. They are not following the principle. If they are following the principle, that's fine. If they are not following the principle and they are just boosting on the name of parentage, that is the obstacle. Okay. Great opulence, if someone has a lot of money, it's very difficult, They don't, first of all, they don't allow the sadhus to come to their house. Okay, forget about accepting law. Not all are, but mostly this happens. That's why great opulence, not necessary. I mean, there are, like, Ambarish Maharaj, then there are some businessmen also, they are devotees, they accept, they help. Not all, but these are the majority of the cases. that great opulence is the obstacle. High education, if someone is very educated, अरे मुझे बोलेगा अरे मुझे क्या सिखाएगा, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मैं पीएचडी हूँ, डबल पीएचडी हूँ, एमफिल हूँ. And someone is broadly beauty, someone is very difficult. They have उनका घमंड होता है. And this kind of people cannot approach. Okay, so that's being materially advancement, taking birth in aristocratic family, possessing great wealth and education and attractive personal beauty. All materialistic men are mad after possessing all this material opulence, and this is known as the advancement of material civilization. But the result is that by possessing all these material assets, one becomes artificially puffed up, intoxicated by such a temporary process. Now, no, Damodar month is coming, Kartik month is coming. So, but Damodar Lila happened in the month of Kartik, right? So that they are related to Nal Kuber and Manigriva, who are the son of uh, Kuber. And being a son of Kuber, he was a preserver of demigods. They were so much puffed up. And one day they went to take a play with the woman in the Mandakini river, heavenly Ganga, and they were not even wearing the clothes. The ladies were also not wearing the clothes. So when Narad Muni was passing from there, so ladies, all the naked girls covered their body, but these two boys, they were so arrogant that they did not cover their bodies. Narad Muni cursed them. So you don't know, you are behaving like a dumb beast. You are so much puffed up of your opulence, it curse to become a tree. Yes, the tree will always remain naked. So that way, these are this kind of people very difficult to approach. But of course, that curse of Narad Muni was blessings in disguise. And all those things are temporary. Because people become intoxicated by such a temporary position. And consequently, such a materially puffed up person are incapable of uttering the holy name of the Lord by addressing Him. Oh, feelingly, oh Govinda, oh Krishna. He may utter the name of Krishna, but not with feelings. It is said that in the Shastra that by once uttering the holy name of the Lord, the sinner gets rid of a quantity of sins that he is unable to commit. Such is the power of uttering the holy name of the Lord. There is not that least exaggeration in this statement. Actually, the Lord's holy name has such a powerful potency, but there is a quality so much quality to such utterance also. But it has to be qualitative. It depends on the quality of the feelings. So, a helpless man can feelingly utter the holy name of the Lord, whereas a man who utters the same holy name in a great material satisfaction cannot be so sincere. Yesterday, I gave an example, right? That how in the server was down. A materially puffed up person may utter the holy name of the Lord occasionally, but is incapable of uttering the holy name in quality. Therefore, the fourth principle of material advancement, namely high parentage, good wealth, high education, and attractive beauty. What is the Sanskrit name? Janma Aishwarya Srita Sridhir. Janma Aishwarya Srita Sridhir. Remember this. Janma Aishwarya Srita Sridhir. Okay, and who can approach? Those who are akinchana. Akinchana means the gold. And akinchana means the one who is goldless. The one who approach easily by the material exhausted. Gocharam. So if someone is materially exhausted, that person is known as akinchana. Okay. So that's what is saying. Therefore, the fourth principle of material advancement, namely high parentage, good wealth, high education, and attractive beauty, are so to speak disqualification for the progress on the path of spiritual advancement. Of course, there are some exalted devotees. They are already devotees. That's why they know how it can be utilized in the service of Krishna. But there are so many people, they just consider that, oh, I am the possessor of all those things, and they don't utilize in the service of Krishna, then that is the obstacle. The material covering of the pure sweet soul is an external feature as much as fever is external feature of unhealthy body. These all are the external features. The general process is to decrease the degree of the fever, not to aggravate it by maltreatment. We have to decrease the fever, right? Sometimes it is seen that spiritually advanced person become materially impoverished. जो spiritually होता है वो materially impoverished होता है. This is not no discouragement. On the other hand, such impoverishment is good sign as much as falling of temperature is good sign. धन बन उसका तो अच्छा भी. The principle of life should be decrease the degree of material intoxication, which leads one to be more and more illusion about the aim of life. Because so much material of influence can be illusion. Basically, we have to increase the fever of material advancement. So grossly illusioned person are quite unfit for entrance into the kingdom of God. That's why Akinchana Gochara means Lord Krishna is approached by the one who's materially exhausted from Akinchana Gochara. Okay. Janma Aishwarya Sruti Sribhir. Sruta Sribhir. So, Sruta means education. Sribhi means beauty. You remember this thing. Previous verse, this verse. Okay. So he said, Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Guna Vittaye Atmaramaya Santaya Kevalyam Pataye Namaha. My obeisance are unto you, who are the property of the materially impoverished, and you have nothing to do with the action and reaction of the material mode of nature. You are self-satisfied, and therefore you are the most gentle and are master of the knowledge. Even the Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, very famous, chapter number 3, verse number 21 and 22, 22, 23, where Krishna says, what says? नमे पार्थ सारथि कर्तव्यम त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचन नाना वर्तम वक्तव्यम वक्तव्यम च कर्मणि. O son of Prusa, there is no work prescribed for me within all the three planetary systems, nor am I in a want of anything, nor have I need to obtain anything. Yet I am engaged in the prescribed. Why he is engaged? He will tell in the next verse. He says, for if I ever fail to engage in carefully performed prescribed duty, because certainly all men will follow my path, then what will happen? He says, Usedhyar ime loka na kuryam karma svedaham sankarasya kartasya matihane praja. If I did not perform prescribed duties, all this world would be put in ruination. I will be the cause of creating unwanted population, and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. So here, since okay, a self-respect, Krishna doesn't require to do anything. They have nothing to do with the action and reaction of the material also. Why he there? Just to set an example. So that is what is trying to say. Okay, we will stop here. So thank you very much. Tomorrow we will continue from here. Okay, any question?